What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. This is break number 1039BD, 1039BD. Cases select, baseball, hobby box, 12 boxes in the break. Let's get into it. Here's your first six. Second six. Box one. What's up, Dobby? What's up, Scott? Who you got today, Scott? Washington in the non-MLB. Good. All right, man. Good choice. Box one is open. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. We got Vance Honeycutt on the tricolor. James Wood Silver Prism. That is Frank Thomas red. 26 of 149. Reggie Jackson for the Yankees on the tricolor. Orange, that's Hank Greenberg for Detroit. 23 of 49. Silver, Brock Wilken, Milwaukee. Our first patches for the Colorado Rockies, that's Charlie Condon. Charlie Condon on the first patch. This is a Sparks patch, not numbered. Sparks patch, not numbered. All right, looks like our first auto's here. First auto. That is Sung-Chi Chang for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sung-Chi Chang, diamond action auto, not numbered. This was Eddie Collins. That's for the White Sox, 150 out of 199. Brown, Miguel Tejada for the A's. What's up, Maps? Not much, man. I've just been doing my thing. You know it. 22 of 125. You got the Giants today? All right. All right. There we go. Jacob Mizorowski, Silver Prism. There's Roger Clemens for the Red Sox on the tricolor. Our next auto. That is for the Metropolitans, the New York Mets, Brandon Sprout. Brandon Sprout. Non-numbered diamond action auto. Dude, I've just been so busy, crazy. Miguel Cabrera, 60 out of 199. We got to get together, man. Appreciate it. Hai Song Kim on the purple. 14 out of 75. 14 out of 75. That was box number 1. Box number 2. Looks like we got a patch auto coming. Looks like a patch auto. Maybe not. Maybe it's not a patch auto, but it sure looks thicker than normal. So, all right, here we go. Is that a gold? It is. We got a gold auto. Here we go. And a green. Our green goes to the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays challenge Simpson to 5. 4 out of 5. Gold auto. Going to the San Diego Padres. That's Cash Mayfield. Cash Mayfield. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 on the auto. White, Cade Horton for the Cubs. That is 74 of 99. Silver Prism, Jace Lavalette for the non-MLB. That is Chipper Jones on the numbers, red. Numbers red, 40 out of 99 for the Braves. Tricolor, that is Chase Burns for Cincinnati. Chase Burns for Cincinnati, our next auto. That is Kevin McGonigal. Kevin McGonigal for Detroit. Not numbered on that auto. Red, Darren Baker. Well, 41 out of 149. That's Brody Brecht on the blue. 163 out of 199 for Colorado. That is Ethan Salas for San Diego, 121 of 199. Hagen Smith on the tricolor. Silver of Vance Honeycutt. Phenomenon of Noah Schultz. There's our zebra. Zebra right there. Jacob Wilson on the silver prism. Our patch, it's just a patch. It is George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. It was backwards, so I thought it was a patch auto, guys. Sorry about that. And our zebra print behind Manny Ramirez on the tricolor is Ty Cobb. Hall of Famer Ty Cobb on the zebra print, going to Detroit. Going to Detroit. Box number 3. Alright, box number 3. Roman Anthony on the white, 67 of 99. Orange, that's Vlad Guerrero Sr. going to the Angels, 7 out of 49. And our next auto, that is Walker Janek for Houston. Walker Janek for Houston on the Diamond Action auto, not numbered. Red, that is Bubba Chandler, 25 of 149. Jose Canseco on the silver prism. We got an orange auto. Orange auto behind Dylan Cruz. That's a nice one for the Yankees. Austin Wells. Austin Wells on the orange auto, 6 out of 75 for the Yankees. Bobby Witt Jr. on the color match blue. Color match blue, that is 6 out of 199. 1 off the number match. 6 out of 199. Purple, Colt Keith. Colt Keith for Detroit, 56 of 75. There's Coaching Shane for the Dodgers on the tricolor. Coaching Shane. Silver Prism, Franklin Arias for the Red Sox. Brown, Albert Pujols for the Angels. That is 50 out of 125. Noble Mayer on the tricolor. And our next patch is Bryce Rainier for Detroit. Bryce Rainier for Detroit. That is a red patch. 59 of 99. 59 of 99. Box number 4. We got 2 patches, so we should have a patch auto in this box. We should have a patch auto. We also have gold. We also have some gold. Let's start with this one. Gold and a tie-dye patch in there. Tricolor, Marcelo Mayer. Cash Mayfield, Silver Prism. Aaron Judge, that's red. 6 out of 149. We got tie-dye right there also. That may be an auto. Jacob Mizorowski, 131 of 199. I'm going to say that this is a possible auto on this tie-dye. It is field level. Diamond level, excuse me. And that is Gary Sheffield on the tie-dye. Diamond level for the New York Yankees. 18 out of 25. 18 out of 25 tie-dye for the Yankees. What's up, Ben? Our first patch. I saw it already. There it is. It's a patch auto of Paul Skeens. Patch auto, Paul Skeens. This one is numbered, I believe, 99. 51 of 99. 51 of 99. Come on. All of my top loaders don't want to stay in position. This is box 4, my friend. Box 4. Who you got in this one, Ben? Anybody? Pirates. There you go. Paul Skeens. Patch auto. You're welcome, sir. All right, we got some gold, like I said, coming up right here. Turbocharged gold. Silver Prism Brady House. That is James Wood for Washington. Turbocharged gold. That is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Washington on the turbocharged gold. That is Pablo Sandoval. That is for the Giants. 124 of 149. Tricolor, Dontrell Willis. Orange, that's Blake Burke for Milwaukee. Blake Burke, that is 18 out of 49. Our next auto is red, and it's a color match of Darren Baker red for the Nationals. 63 of 99. That is blue, Jace Lavalette for the non-MLB spot. 190 of 199. Silver, Braylon Payne. And our tie-dye patch goes to the Minnesota Twinkies. The Twins on the tricolor patch. Tricolor tie-dye patch of Luke Keyshaw. 9 out of 25. Nice hit for Minnesota. Box number 5. All right, box number 5. Here we go. Tris Speaker for the Red Sox. Silver. That is a gold vinyl 1 of 1. Gold vinyl 1 of 1 auto. We got a 1 of 1 auto coming, guys. Right there. Ryan Waldschmidt. That is 126 of 149. Ryan Johnson for the Angels. That is 69 of 199. Robin Yount for Milwaukee. 73 of 99. Pee Wee Reese. That is a tricolor for the Dodgers. What a case so far. What a case so far. Skeens patch auto. Ty Cobb on the zebra print. And now a gold vinyl 1/1 autograph. A 1/1 auto. Our last one was just okay. It was Cecil Fielder for the Yankees, if I remember correctly. We also have some more gold right there. More gold. We got Ken Griffey Jr. for the Cincinnati Reds. 81/99. Albert Pujols, Silver Prism. Albert Pujols on the Silver Prism. That is Carson Williams on the Phenomenon Gold /10. That is 7 out of 10 for Tampa Bay. 7 out of 10. We got the kid for Cincinnati. Enrique Bradfield Jr. That is 89/199. Ty Cobb on the tricolor. Tie-dye of Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw on the tie-dye for the Cubbies. What a box. 25/25. And behind that is an auto of Ryan Johnson for the Angels. Ryan Johnson for the Angels. Not numbered. That is Mel Ott for the Giants. Paul Skeens base. Braylon Payne on the red patch. 23/99. Oh my goodness. The last one I want to say was Cecil Fielder, New York Yankees, gold vinyl 1/1 auto. Good luck, everybody. Let's see if it's a rookie. Signature, select signatures. Doesn't say rookie. Oh my goodness. Scott George, I hope you're watching because I think this is going to you, baby. It is. Scott George. How about Ethan Holiday on the non-MLB spot? Gold vinyl 1/1. Ethan Holiday 1/1. Woo! Congratulations, George. Congratulations, George. Gold vinyl 1/1 of Ethan Holiday, one of the top prospects in the major leagues. Yeah, Ty Cobb Sensei. Goodbye. Yeah, there we go. That is freaking sick. That is sick. Wow. Wow. Wow is all I can say. Sorry. I have no other word. Box number 6. Box number 6. I was going to mess with George. Tell him to go pay for his spot, but I know he has. I just am going to mess with him, though. Congratulations, George. Woo, baby. Sometimes that non-MLB spot hits. I hope it stays this hot. I hope... Oh, we got a tie-dye patch. Another tie-dye patch. Oh, my goodness. Stay hot. Let's stay hot. We've had one of these before. We had a hot case before. I think it was my first case. We had a bunch of Paul Skeens and a bunch of Nick Kurtz's. But, man, let's keep this going. Dude, this is sick. You're welcome, Scott, man. right, we're starting out box number 6 with some orange. Box 6 has a Bobby Witt Jr. orange. Bobby Witt Jr. orange, 24 of 49. Blue, Jackson Chourio turbocharged. Keep the low numbers coming. Keep the low numbers coming. 36 out of 49. Tricolor, there's Dylan Cruz. Our first auto. Chandler Simpson, Tampa Bay. This is not numbered though. Mike Piazza for the Mets on the white. There's 82 out of 99. We got neon green of Cliff Lee to 49. Cliff Lee on the neon green, 36 out of 49. Ooh, yeah, my hands are on fire right now. They hurt. They hurt so bad. Actually, they hurt so good. Bubba Chandler. Red. Next auto. How about another one of the Song-Chi Chang for the Pittsburgh Pirates? That's Mr. Ben over here. That's two Song-Chi Chang autos for you, my friend. 2 of them, plus a Paul Skeens. Woo! We on fire! This guy is on fire. God, I cannot stand her singing, but hey, that just sounded really good right now. Here we go. Let's keep it going. Tricolor, Roger Clemens going to the Red Sox. Silver Prism, James Wood. Blue, Braylon Payne for Milwaukee, 72 of 199. Tricolor of Dontrell Willis for Miami. Tie-dye, Slade Caldwell, one of the top prospects for the Diamondbacks. Tie-dye, 24 out of 25. Woo! I'm starting to feel like Ric Flair again. I'm starting to get the woo coming. Come on. Here we go. Tie-dye patch. Tie-dye patch. Here we go. Silver Prism of Sung Joon Kim for Texas. And that's a Milwaukee Brewers helmet. And it is Jackson Chourio on the 4. 3 colors, but God, I want to say almost 4. Jackson Chourio tie-dye. 1 out of 25. That's 1 out of 25. Woo! On the Jackson Chourio. My goodness gracious. Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming. Let's go. Box number 7. Let's get another 101. Let's get a color wheel. Let's get it all, baby. Let's get it all. This is that kind of a case. Let's do it. Ethan Holiday. That is so gorgeous. That is so gorgeous, that 101. My goodness. What's up, Kevin? Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. I mean, I don't even have enough stands to make a big enough wall for all the hits right now. That is just nuts. I love this stuff. And people say, it's not that good because it's not licensed. Kiss my ass. This stuff is awesome. This is just great stuff right here. I don't care, licensed or not. This is right now. Fire! I thought I saw another gold. I was going to be like, not another one. I was going to be like, I'm DJ Khaled, another one. All right, box number 7. Blue, Christian Campbell for the Red Sox, 43 of 199. There's Ryan Johnson for the Angels. Luis Angel Acuna. That is 32 of 99. What? Okay. Got you, brother. Got you. Let's get you something. There's Dylan Cruz on the tricolor. How about for the White Sox? Hall of Fame. Well, I hope he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He should be. Can't remember if Robin Ventura. Blue. 49 out of 49 on the legendary signatures. I can't remember if Robin Ventura is in the Hall of Fame or not, but such a good player. Oh, Jesus. There is another tie-dye, and that is on the diamond level for the Cincinnati Reds, Chase Burns. Jesus Christ. 13 out of 25. I can't even talk about the other cards because there's too many good ones. Paul Molitor on the white for Milwaukee. 9 out of 99. Yohandy Morales for Washington. Yohandy Morales for Washington. That's 42 out of 149. All right, second half of box number 7. Second half of box 7. Here we go. That is Cash Mayfield on the tricolor. Augustin Ramirez, Silver Prism. Aaron Judge on the brown. That is to 125. 114 out of 125. Tricolor, Brady Montgomery for the White Sox. That is Gary Sheffield for Milwaukee, and we have an auto behind it going to the Cubs. That is James Triantos, red auto for the Cubs. That is 85 out of 99. 85 of 99 for the Cubbies. Gary Sheffield for Milwaukee. That is 26 out of 149. Charlie Condon on the Silver Prism. And Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets on the patch. This one is not numbered. Woo. Man, that last box let me get my breath back for a second, guys. We don't want that though. We want me to keep doing the Ric Flair. We want to hear woo. We did have one tie-dye in that box, but other than that, oh, Robin Ventura auto. That was pretty good, too. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Box number 8. Box number 8. Got gold. Gold. That's another tie-dye patch, guys. Another tie-dye patch, it looks like. That's 3. 3 tie-dye patches in the break so far. And I saw gold. And I saw some gold. Here we go. Let's get that gold. Here we go. Box number 8. Connor Griffin, Silver Prism. That is a legendary signature blue behind Charlie Condon. Charlie Condon tie-dye. Legendary signature blue. Oh, wow. How about this? Here you go, Maps. Or Mapes. I can never remember how to say it. Maps. But here you go. For the Giants. Will the Thrill Clark on the blue legendary signature for the G-Men. 32 out of 49. Bang. Bang. He should be a Hall of Famer. I'll tell you that much. That is a diamond level gold, guys. Diamond level gold. That is Ryan Sandberg on the blue. 131 out of 199. Rest in peace, Rhino. Miss you, buddy. Yep, it is. Diamond level gold of Barry Larkin for the Cincinnati Red. Oh, Steve. Got it. My bad. 5 out of 10. I always forget people's, like, I recognize the YouTube name, but I can never remember 100% who it is. There you go, Steve. Will Clark. Will Clark on the auto, brother. I'm so bad at this. Our next auto behind Griff O'Farrell. How about, hey Ben, how about a triplet for today? Sung-Chi Chang on the auto again. That's 3 of him. I know you don't want him to be your triplet, but Connor Griffin, I know, bro. I know. Griff O'Farrell for Baltimore, 38 of 125. White, we got Paul Molitor. I got Robin Ventura on the mind now. Paul Molitor, 4 out of 99. All right, here we go. Tricolor, Johnny Mize for the Giants. There's Noah Schultz, Silver Prism. The Will Clark, yeah, was numbered 32 out of 49. 32 of 49 for you, brother. Purple, that's Grover Alexander for Philadelphia. 20 out of 75. Tricolor, that's Jackson Churio. Red, we got Pedro Martinez. That is numbered 135 of 149. Our tie-dye patch. Tie-dye patch. Oh, Zaire Hope for the Dodgers. Look at that beauty. That is going to be numbered to 25. That one is 22 out of 25. Get in there. That's our 3rd tie-dye patch of the break. Not to mention a patch auto of Paul Skeens. Not to mention a 1/1 of Ethan Holiday going to the non-MLB spot. What a break. Not to mention Will Clark. Not to mention Robin Ventura blue autos. Jesus, this case is awesome. My goodness. Woo! Woo! This is fire, man. This is straight fire. It's a tie-dye party. It's a tie-dye party, Ben says. He's right. Box number 9. You gotta use the sharp end when opening boxes with a knife, guys. Remember that. You have to use the sharp end when you have a box cutter to open the boxes. You get out of there. There you go. gosh, it's a Tuesday, guys. It's only Tuesday. Can you believe it? It's only Tuesday. That's because it was the worst Super Bowl in NFL history, in my opinion. First off, the Sea Chickens won, so that was one thing that was bad. Second thing is, it was just ugly until the fourth quarter. I'm glad I didn't have to watch that shit. I'm glad I was here opening stuff for you guys. I got to see part of the fourth quarter, so that right there tells you I got to see the best part of the game. Alright guys, box number 9. Jace Lavalette for the non-MLB spot, Silver Prism. Noah Schultz for the White Sox, tricolor. Oh, wow. That is a nice one for the Colorado Rockies. How about Charlie Condon on the purple auto to 35? 8 out of 35. This one just popped up out of nowhere and said, "Hi, I'm here." Unreal. Nice hit. Nice hit for Colorado. There's George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. 101 of 199. Purple, Prince Fielder. Prince Fielder purple. That is 16 of 75. Brown, Luke Dickerson for the Washington Nationals. 4 out of 125. We got Paul Skeens on the turbocharged Barry Larkin. That is Vance Honeycutt. And we got a tie-dye party continuing. Tie-dye party continuing of Jackson Chourio. He's got a tie-dye patch, and now he's got a tie-dye turbocharged. Milwaukee's having a good break. Holy cow. Man, if I don't say, and you know, this is only the first break of the day. I just got 3 more, man. If I don't save my voice, I'm going to screw myself over. I'm not going to be able to talk by the time I get to the last break of the night. I'll be like, "Hello, is there anybody out there?" All right, box number 9, second half. We got green to 5. Green to 5, and it's diamond level. Diamond level, green to 5, I think. Oh, no, it's not diamond level. I lied. I'm a liar. It's just Roy Campanella for the Dodgers. Roy Campanella for the Brooklyn Dodgers, 4 out of 5. Another guy that broke boundaries in the Major League Baseball, Mr. Roy Campanella. Tie-dye, that is Hai Song Jang. Hai Song Jang for the Dodgers. Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee for Philadelphia White, and our auto is a rookie of J.C. Escara for the New York Yankees. New York Yankees, J.C. Escara auto, not numbered. Cliff Lee, he's white. He's 10 out of 99. 10 out of 99. Red, Jacob Wilson. That is 36 out of 149. Tricolor of Pedro Martinez. There is Max Muncy on the Silver Prism. And our patch is for the Cubbies. It's Cade Horton. Not numbered on the rookie patch. It's a selective swatch. Box number 10. Box number 10. I'd like to see a color wheel. I really would. I'd like to either see a color wheel or another zebra. Dylan Cruz auto time has been requested. All right. Getting a little greedy there, Scott, after you get a one-on-one Ethan Holiday, right? What's up with that, mister? That's all right. I take requests. I can't always fulfill them, but I take them. All right, box number 10. Looks like an orange auto right out the gate. Orange auto right out the gate. Here we go. We got Augustin Ramirez blue. Signature swatch, it's a rookie. And it's orange. And it is. For Milwaukee, I just said it. They are on fire right now. That is Craig Yoho. 59 of 75 for the Brew Crew. All right, Ben. I'll talk to you later, bud. Augustin Ramirez, 180 out of 199. Yes, sir. You're getting greedy. I love it. There's Song Joon Kim for the Texas Rangers, 49 of 75. Tris Speaker for the Red Sox. Chipper Jones on the numbers. Chipper Jones on the numbers. That is 96 of 99. That is Christian Moore and another auto right behind it. Diamond Action auto. This one's going to Detroit. That's blue. Kevin McGonigal. Kevin McGonigal. 35 out of 49. Great-great-grandson of Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter. That's not true, but I figured I'd make something up. Get in there. One just did not want to go in the penny sleeve. Alright, here we go. Back at it. Pudge Rodriguez, Brown, 99 of 125. Brown, Jacob Mizorowski for Milwaukee, 107 out of 125. Colt Emerson, tricolor. Albert Pujols, that's for St. Louis on the Silver Prism. Silver Prism, Juan Gonzalez for Texas. And there it is. I requested it, and there it is. Another zebra print. See? I have to ask, Scott, not you. That is Andrew Walters for Cleveland. 101 out of 149. And our next patch. Wow. Three-color tie-dye patch number 4. This one's going to the Cubs. That is Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw on the tie-dye 3-color patch. Dude, that is sick. And we have a tie-dye. And we have a zebra print. Everybody want to see the zebra? Who out there wants a zebra? Everybody want a zebra? Let's go. Let's get everybody a zebra. Everybody deserves a zebra. Here it comes. Zebra print. Our zebra goes to... Oh, wait. It's a diamond level. Diamond level zebra print goes to... the New York Yankees. That is Bobby Richardson of the New York Yankees on the zebra print. 2 Hall of Famers on zebra prints today. Very, very cool. Box number 11. I see gold. Alright guys, box number 11. Another tie-dye right there, and it is a diamond level tie-dye coming. Here we go, box 11. We got Josue De Paula, 23 of 49 for the Dodgers. Dontrell Willis. Silver Prism, Ritaro Sasaki for the non-MLB. That is Seaver King on the tricolor. Our next auto is a rookie auto. That is for Houston, Cam Smith. Cam Smith, not numbered, rookie auto. There's Albert Pujols for the Angels. 122 of 199. Our tie-dye, like I said, diamond level. Goes this way. It is a rookie tie-dye. That is Chase Burns, diamond level for the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are catching fire. The Reds are catching fire. That is number 2 out of 25. 2 out of 25. That's a gold auto. Gold auto incoming. That is Cam Smith on the white. 46 of 99. Kyle Teal, Silver Prism. That is James Wood on the patch for Washington. James Wood, select swatches, not numbered. 46 of 99 on the Cam Smith white. Brady Ebel, non-MLB spot on the silver prism. Luis Angel Acuna on the Phenomenon, 42 of 99. Franklin Arias Brown, 34 125 for the Red Sox. Chandler Simpson on the tricolor. That is Ken Griffey Jr. for Seattle Red. Ken Griffey Jr. for Seattle Red. And our gold auto diamond action is Colt Emerson for the Seattle Mariners. Colt Emerson, 5 out of 10 for Seattle. Seattle's now on the board. Nice hit. We got one box to go. One box to go. Do a little cleanup here. Alright guys, here we go. Last box. Good luck to everybody on this last box. Can we get another color wheel? Can we get another big auto? Can we get another tie-dye something? How about another zebra? How about another 1 of 1? Let's go. Pack 1 has gold. Pack 1 has gold. That is Christian Campbell for the Red Sox. Christian Campbell for the Red Sox. Premier level 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for the Red Sox. Jonathan for the Mets. Jonathan, 41 out of 199. Vance Honeycutt, 54 of 149 for Baltimore. Here's our first auto. Behind Prince Fielder. Oh, it's not our first auto, is it? Charlie Condon on the silver prism. The gold was our first auto, I think. Brown, Cam Smith. 3 out of 125. Oh, it was our first auto because here's our second auto. Right there behind James Tibbs for the Giants. There's our two autos for this box. Tricolor, that's Deion Sanders for Atlanta. 4 packs to go. There's Pedro Martinez on the purple. That's for the Red Sox on this Pedro Martinez, 45 of 75. 3 packs to go. There's our patch, and it's a blue patch. Blue patch. Right there behind Blake Mitchell. Tie-dye. Another tie-dye. Behind Ethan Holiday. Silver Prism. This is for Washington. That is Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz on the tie-dye, 11 out of 25. Couldn't get an auto yet. I mean, there's still 2 autos to see, but no auto for Dylan Cruz, but a nice tie-dye. Last pack. Then we got our reveal of our 3 hits of this last box. There's Rintaro Sasaki of the non-MLB spot. All right. We'll start with this one. Diamond Action Auto. It's a rookie with a red helmet. We could have gotten Dylan Cruz. It is, nope, Darren Baker for Washington. Darren Baker. Hold on, I got 2 cards for you coming. I got 2 cards coming for you. We'll do the patch. Blake Mitchell, Silver Prism. It's a blue patch of Tommy White for the Oakland A's. Tommy White for Oakland. That is a 2-color patch, 33 out of 49. 33 out of 49. And our last auto of the break, Select Signatures. Wow. What a way to finish the break, guys. Bobby Witt Jr. on the auto. Bobby Witt Jr. on the auto for Kansas City. Very nice way to finish the break. There you go. All set, my friend. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys, there's your break. Wow, that was an entertaining one. With all the low-numbered cards in that break, I am like in shock right now. So, here we go. Let's get our recap in. Let everybody that got here late see what we hit. Here we go. These are the 199. We got Jonah Tong, Albert Pujols, Augustin Ramirez, George Lombard Jr., Rhino, Christian Campbell, Braylon Payne, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Ryan Johnson, Jace Lavalette for the non-MLB spot, Jacob Mizorowski, Bobby Witt Jr., Ethan Salas, Brody Breck, Miguel Cabrera, and Eddie Collins for the White Sox. To 149, we got Vance Honeycutt, Ken Griffey Jr., Andrew Walters, Jacob Wilson, Pedro Martinez, Gary Sheffield for Milwaukee, Washington, Yohandy Morales, Bubba Chandler, Ryan Waldschmidt, Pablo Sandoval, Aaron Judge, Bubba Chandler, Darren Baker, and Frank Thomas. That big hurt. To 125, we got Cam Smith, Franklin Arias, Pudge. We got Jacob Mizorowski, Luke Dickerson, Griff O'Farrell, Aaron Judge, Albert Pujols, and Miguel Tejada. To 99, we got Luis Angel Acuna, Cam Smith, Chipper Jones, Cliff Lee, Paul Molitor, Luis Angel Acuna, Paul Molitor, Mike Piazza, Ken Griffey Jr. for Cincinnati. Milwaukee, that is Robin Yount, Robin Anthony, Cade Horton, and Chipper Jones. To 75, we got James Tibbs for Boston. We got Pedro Martinez for Boston. We got Song Joon Kim, Prince Fielder, Grover Alexander for Philadelphia. Colt Keith, Hai-Song Kim. To 49, we got Josue De Paula, Cliff Lee, Jackson Churio, Bobby Witt Jr., Blake Burke, Vlad Guerrero for the Angels, and Hank Greenberg for Detroit. To 25, we got Dylan Cruz, Chase Burns, Jackson Churio, Chase Burns again, Slade Caldwell, Matt Shaw, and Gary Sheffield for the Yankees. Our gold, we have Christian Campbell, Barry Larkin, Carson Williams, and James Wood. Our greens, we have Roy Campanella for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and for the Tampa Bay Rays, Chandler Simpson. Our patches, not numbered, we got James Wood, Cade Horton, Luis Angel Acuna, George Lombard Jr., and a nice spark one of Charlie Condon. Red to 99, we got Braylon Payne and Bryce Rainier. To 49, we had just this one. It's Tommy White for the A's, because we have 4 tie-dye patches. 1, Matt Shaw, 3-color tie-dye patch. Excuse me. Zaire Hope for the Dodgers. That's a 2-color tie-dye patch. Jackson Churio. That is a sick patch right there. Three colors on there. And Luke Keyshaw for the Minnesota Twins. Again, 3-color on the patch. Our autos. Horizontally, we got Darren Baker. Or vertically, horizontal. Chandler Simpson, Ryan Johnson, Walker Janet, Kevin McGonigal, Brandon Sprout, and then we had triplets of Song Chi Chang. Song Chi Chang for the Pirates on the triplets. Our numbered, we had to 99, James Triantos, Darren Baker. To 75, Austin Wells. To 49, Kevin McGonigal. And we had 2 gold. We had Cash Mayfield for the Padres and Colt Emerson for the Seattle Mariners. Our vertical autos, we have Bobby Witt Jr., not numbered, Cam Smith, and J.C. Escara. Our vertical numbered, we have Craig Yoho to 75 for Milwaukee. And we have to 49, Will the Thrill Clark for the Giants, Robin Ventura for the White Sox, and to 35 for the Colorado Rockies, Charlie Condon. We had 2 zebras. One is a diamond level. That is Bobby Richardson for the Yankees. The other one is one of the guys who started it all, Ty Cobb for Detroit on the zebras. Paul Skeens, patch auto to 99, 51 of 99 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And, of course, our hit of the break. One of the future young players of the game, Ethan Holiday, gold vinyl, 1 of 1 for the non-MLB spot. There's your break, my friends. Appreciate you all for being here. Hope you had a good time. Hope you guys hit something. Hope to see you next time. I'm doing this again on Thursday. Have a great afternoon. Peace.